Hello, everyone. I'm Holly Holmquist. I'm a day minister and a spiritual mentor, and I'm here today to talk about my ministry. So, what is near and dear to my heart in my work? My path and purpose is to help others find and follow their path and purpose. So, I'm a huge believer that we are all spiritual beings, regardless, of religious affiliation or lack thereof. And I believe that we all have a unique something to bring to this world. I believe we all have a unique call to bring. And that when you live from that space and what you are to bring in your uniqueness, then you live a happier, more joyous, more joy-filled life. So part of my work as a mentor is to help people discover what that is and then to take solid steps to move forward on that. Today, I'd like to talk with you about 3 signs that there is something more, that you can be living a fuller life and be living from that authentic space. The first sign is everything doesn't feel quite like the right fit. When we operate within the world, whether we go to our jobs or relationships, if we see this pattern everywhere in our life that we feel like we just don't fit in, that is a great sign. And we call this divine dissatisfaction. That's a great sign that there's something more. And sometimes it is appropriate to switch a community or to switch a job or a position. Sometimes that is an appropriate thing to do. However, often when we see this as a pattern everywhere in our life, it means that we have the unique opportunity to show up more fully everywhere within our life. And that very much has to do with living our path, living our purpose. So the second sign is when nothing really seems to satisfy you. When you're going here and there, acquiring the things that you want. For some people, it's a really nice car. For some, it's a nice home. Take your wife on a cruise, take the kids to Disneyland. And when you reach these goals, when these goals come to fruition, though you may enjoy them in the moment, something about it, once it's over, you still feel a sense of lack, of not being quite satisfied. You thought it would fulfill something for you. And the truth is, these things are wonderful. I hope everyone has a nice vehicle and a nice home and money to travel. That's grand. However, when we put these things as our worth or that they will supply the satisfaction with our life, that is putting our value outside ourselves. And often when these things don't bring that type of satisfaction is because we aren't living from that authentic space, and that's a void that can't be filled by anyone except for you. And you being uniquely who you are. So one way people do this is we live in a dualistic society and we right and wrong things frequently. One way we propel ourselves forward on our path is by wronging situations. People do it often when they find that they've become bored in their job. They become confused, saying, I really wanted this, I went to school for it, or I worked really hard to get this promotion, and now I'm bored, and this job is wrong now. So we wrong things as a means to move ourselves in a different direction, whether it's a relationship or a career. And the truth is, when we wrong things and kind of push it outside ourselves, that for some reason we've made a mistake, that makes things harder. In truth, we have really just outgrown a situation. We have evolved. We're looking for more challenge. We're looking for something more. So sometimes you do need to leave the relationship or leave the job. Those things occur. That's part of life. It happens. And sometimes if you, again, show up more fully and just recognize that you need a challenge, sometimes you don't need to leave the situation at all. You just need to, but by showing up more fully, you'll just change the situation because you'll change your outlook upon being there. So the third and final sign is when we come up against roadblocks. Believe it or not, roadblocks are a wonderful sign from the universe. Go another direction. So they are that divine dissatisfaction showing up in the form of stopping us. I have yet to talk to someone who didn't recognize that there was something more, and that the roadblocks that they were coming up against were telling them to be true to themselves, really, because the universe does conspire for our good. It really does. And roadblocks are a way that the universe conspires for our good to help us recognize to be true to ourselves, and that there is another direction or path in our life that will be more fulfilling. So I hope that these 3 signs have helped you. I hope that if you do recognize some of these signs within yourself, that you're taking steps to either find a mentor like myself or dig into a book or journal, something like that, to help you move forward and stand in your power. If you would like for me to make a video that answers some of your questions or thoughts, please just leave it in a comment. I would love to make videos that are specific to people's desires and specific to some questions that they wish to be answered. I believe everyone has their own answers. So we are attracted to the people and places that help us tap that truth that is within ourselves. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.